You can see I've been busy in that I've added some text to replace all that dummy text that gets included once you create your first page. I've got Energy Studios up here, and I've actually altered the strap line underneath. I've changed it so it says for elegance and impact. And down here I've got relevant text in the About Us section. Additionally, under Services, and in the separate categories of audio, video, and web design. Well, that's easy enough. All you have to do is simply type in these areas or import it from a text file. I've done it prior to starting this tutorial because I'm sure you didn't really want to watch me typing my way through all these different sections. So what we're going to look at in this tutorial is our menu and how we can adapt the menu so that it relates to our site. Now, where it says menu item here 5 times, then the quickest way to do it, I suppose, is to simply delete that and add in the replacement menu text. However, if I just flick on my live view, then yes, you can see my 5 separate menu items, but when I roll over them, then you can see that they fly out to the right with some submenus. When you are working in your design view, you can't see this. Now, of course, you could go through all the HTML code, searching out the relevant lines and substituting wherever it says menu item to what it should be, or we could do it the quick way. And the quick way is to use another extension that you can get from Project 7. Let me just switch off Live View. Actually, just before we look at the menu, I'm looking at the text here in my About Us box. Now, on reflection, I'm not so sure I like it like this in terms of it being justified on the left and right hand sides. Well, I can easily cure it. I'll just select somewhere inside my text and then come down to this option here. And once I click, then of course all my text now justifies to the left. Okay then, let's get back to our menu. And as I said a moment ago, we can use another Project 7 extension called Pop Menu Magic. And you'll remember when we initially set up this page, there were 3 radio button options. And 2 of those options related to either using Pop Menu Magic or Tree Menu Magic. Well, I can choose either because I've got both extensions installed, but for this example we are using Pop Menu Magic, and in actual fact there are 2 versions of it. If I come across here, then you can see all my Project 7 extensions. We've got Pop Menu Magic 1 and Pop Menu Magic 2. Well, this menu utilizes Pop Menu Magic 2, so by clicking on here, we now see this extension user interface, devoted solely to Pop Menu Magic. And as you can see here, we've got our 5 menus running vertically, and within our user interface now, we can see exactly that. We've got that list of 5 menu items. Now, there is quite a lot here to look at, and would probably take a couple of tutorials of their own. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to go over the basic stuff with you. So let's start at the top. Where it says menu item, that of course translates across to our top menu item on our website page. Now, I don't want it to be called menu item, I want this to be our home page. So coming down here, I'm going to delete them. So I'll remove where it says menu item and replace it with home. As a result, it now updates up here. Now, because this is my home page, I don't want any submenus from it, but at the moment it's got some set up. If I click on this plus to reveal, then you'll see I've got these extra submenu categories. As I say, I don't want them, so I'm going to delete them. So simply by selecting them one at a time, and then coming up to this delete button, of course I can remove them. Now, this won't update on your page in real time. You would have to click OK. First of all, though, I want to go through all my other categories. So coming down, I'm going to select this main menu heading, and I want this to be relating to my audio part of the site. So I'll remove where it says menu item and replace it with audio. Now, with this audio category, I do want some submenus. So I'll click on the plus to reveal these 3 submenus. And of course, all I need to do now is go through them and replace menu item with the relevant text. So I'll start by replacing this and naming it information. I'll then come down and name this one listen. This would eventually take me to a separate page where my clients can listen to previous recordings made at Energy Studios. Now, at the moment I don't want any more submenus. I'm quite happy with information and listen. So with this final one, I'll come up here and click delete. Now, I'm going to continue like this until I get to the end. So I'm going to pause this screen recording, and once I'm done, we'll come back. Okay, welcome back. I'm now complete. So what would be your next step? Well, imagine with your web design menu button, you would want anybody looking at the site to be able to click on any of these buttons and be taken to the relevant page. Now, because I've not set up the separate pages yet, I'm not going to link these. However, once you have done, then all you would need to do is, well, first of all, select the particular button and then come down here to where it says link path. And then you would simply browse and navigate to the relevant page within your site structure. And then that would make that particular part of your menu work by going to that particular place. And of course, it goes without saying you would have to do this for every single item within your menu. Imagine having to code all that by hand and make your menu responsive. Using Pop Menu Magic, as I am doing here, really accelerates the process. And we're not finished yet. I can choose to make my menu type vertical or horizontal. Well, I'm going to leave it at vertical. But also, there are separate style themes, and if we come down to the bottom here, then you can see at the moment, no surprise really, that the style theme that we are using is this one, number 19, called Adaptations. And you'll see the preview of it just to the right. But of course, if I want to change this to something else, out of our 19 possibilities, then I would click on our drop reveal here, and then work my way through to see a different menu that I might want to use instead. For example, I might want this multicolor menu, and there you'll see the preview. Or I might want to choose this carbon menu style theme. It's not that much different to what we've got, but some of these style themes are quite dramatically different. Let's see if I can find a dramatically different one for you. Okay, there's one, multicolor. That would mean all my separate menu items, audio, photography, print, etc., would take on a different color. Now I'm actually going to go back to Adaptations, and once I'm happy with this, then of course all I need to do is come up here and click on OK. As a result, my menu is now built for me. Home, audio, photography, print, videography, and web design. So we'll finish up here now then, now that we've adapted our menu, and we'll move forward once more.